Hello, today I'm making little banners. I pulled out this little banner punch, and I've also been I pulled out my hexagon punch, and because I want to use these up. I've got a whole pile of these that are some of them still have everything on there, but when you take the pieces out, you've got this left. So like, for instance, this will look like that when it's done, or very similar anyways. And I hate throwing this away because this is made with nice board, and they're all different colors. I love the silvery ones, those are gorgeous. And there's so many different types. So I like to save these, and when I get a little pile of them, then I like to do this. And I'll just go through I've got a white container, and I'll just go through, and I'm just pulling out pieces like this, and then just cutting banners out of them, because these banners I can use to turn into embellishments for on cards or in journals or on a scrapbook. So any that'll fit in here, then I go for it. That's shiny on that side. I wonder how that's going to work. Well, I'm going to do it anyways. All right. And I just go ahead and just cut. And if they're real long like this, then I'll do them on both sides because I'm going to cut it in half. I should have done that with the other one too. But a lot of these then, if I have words, so like these ones here, if I have words that can fit on them, and as long as they can fit within this hexagon, then I go ahead and cut the little fishtail out. Because that way, they'll all be about the same size, at least in width anyways. Whee! Alrighty, maybe one more. Will that fit? Oh yes. All right, good. We've got more than enough punched out now. All right. And then once I run out of these ones, then and I don't have any strips left that'll fit across here, then I start punching out these little tiny ones, and then I'll do the same thing with the little tiny one. But for now, this is what I've done so far. I've taken them and just put a color strip across the top because they're already. Oh, and I found this pretty one, and I thought, ooh, I'm just going to leave that one. So, for instance, like this. This is really pretty. And so I'm just going to go ahead and just trim this on either side. And I'm going to use this strip to decorate the bottom of, or the top of the banners. That one's big enough to save for the little tiny banner. So there's another one. And let's cut off another one. This one's going to give me quite a few, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut off the center section here, there, and then cut off the end there. Now I'll get a few of them for this one. That'll be nice. All right, so let's go ahead and put these on. Oh, it's probably easier just to cut it, Barb. But these borders are just so pretty. I hate to just throw them away. And I know, I say that about everything I make, but it's true. I like to try to use literally everything that I can. All right. So this one here, I'm going to make sure it's a straight cut. So let's go ahead and cut it that way. And I had another one, yes. And another one. There. All right, so now, and that's just gonna get itself lost, so I may as well just throw it away then. But sometimes just that that little bit of color across the top is all you need with a word or a little verse stamped on these, and then they'll match something. And it's just something so simple, as you can see. But look how many I've gotten out of these strips so far. That's pretty cool if you ask me. Very, very simple to do. And these are from, you can usually get these wrapped around. These usually come in either kits or people have given me, like some of these people have given me because they didn't know what to do with it. And so I've used some of them. And then when I get down to the frames like this, and sometimes I'll keep them as a frame and just put them on a card. And then other times I'll cut them apart like this and use the bits and pieces. So have you done this before, or is this something new to you? I should put that on here. That'll match nice. This paper is watercolor paper, and it has like a bluish gray hue to it. So that'll match this gray really nice. Very, very nice. Oh, and there's a little one that I had punched out already. Silly me. All right, so let's see. See, and this is actually a nice frame here, but this middle one, I don't know, that's going to be a tough one. That's a nice little frame here, so I might use that as it is. This one's actually got two frames and the center. That's interesting. All right, so let's pull this center out and see what we can do with this. I think I can trim it right here and right here. And get that piece on. That's got 3 rows. It looks like candy corn. Orange, white, and yellow. That's pretty. All right. And then the next one up is the, again, there. That'll be pretty. Is that wide enough on here? It's definitely wide enough on there. Ooh, just. Exact. Wow. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, here's a couple more extra longer ones. But I guess I can just finish these up. You know, whenever I go to the Dollar Tree or pretty much any store and I look through their embellishments that they have, then that's where I get a lot of this type of ideas. I look at them and I think, what do I like about them? I like that it's just a simple plain border with a little bit of color on the top, because then it matches a lot of stuff. And you can put a sticker on there. You could put a little embellishment. You could put flowers or butterflies or stars or different shapes on them, or just a plain word. And I love to have words, because I go through so many words. That's pretty. And just from this little pile of scraps that I had, look how many I'm getting. And imagine how many more I can do. This is a lot. That's a lot of banners. Oh, these are so pretty. Look at them. Blue and white stripe. Yeah, that'll be long enough. I do it right there. Does it say on here? There was I think it's apple cranberry. I found this herbal tea at the Dollar Tree. Oh, it's so yummy. And I went back the second time and they didn't have it, but then when I went back the third time, they did have it. So I got 2 more boxes. So, because it is so yummy. And especially on days like today when my throat's kind of bothering me a wee bit, and I can certainly just sip on some nice warm tea, and that makes it feel nice. And helps my sinuses to drain. My sweetie brought sickness home from work. Oh, and it was funny. I pulled out a COVID test because I took a COVID test just to make sure, because it was all congestion and sinus problems and whatever. And so to rule that out, then and it came. This was a different one. The other ones didn't come like this. It actually had a little baby test tube. It was so cute. And then it came with a little lid, it wasn't a cork, but it was a screw-on plastic lid. And then you could squeeze the serum out into the little tester. And it was so cool. I was so tempted to rinse it out when I was done and save it for, I don't know, for squirting out something. And then I thought, throw it away. Throw it away. You've got 4 more kits with the same stuff in there. Throw today's away. So that was kind of, I'm trying to stop saving stuff. My husband's retiring and just 2 more years, and I want to, I don't want to be saving more stuff. I want to try to get down so that we can move less items. I don't want to move all kinds of crap. I'm kind of weary because I'm kind of not looking forward to it. I mean, yes and no. I do like to move. I moved for my first, 30 years of my life. Then I moved at least once, if not twice, every single year with my parents and my mom and stepdad and my first husband. Excuse me. And then I married Kevin, and we've been in this house for 30 years. And it's like, oh my goodness, holy cow. We got married the year we turned 30. And wow. It's really weird to be in a house that long for me. And there's no closet. Well, we have 1 closet in the bedroom and 1 closet at the bottom of the stairs. That's it. 2 closets, 2 storage closets. So that's it. So the rest is just open, and it's a slab floor downstairs. We've got slate floors down there. So it used to have radiant heat throughout the house, which was awesome. But then we had a flood about 10, 15 years ago, and the flood washed the sand out from underneath the house, and some of the pipes broke under there. So we had to get a new heating system. So now we've got these. They're kind of nice, but not as nice as they're just wall units. They're actually the wall units that I see here in Connecticut and all the restaurants. It just looks like an air conditioner hanging up on the wall. But it does, there's air conditioner, heat, and fan, which is really nice, and I do like that. But nothing's the same as having warm floors, let me tell you. I really miss my radiant heat floors. That really did spoil me. Oh, and the cats that we had at that time used to love those floors. Oh my goodness. My little Brina, she loved that floor, and she'd just lay there and just look at me, and she'd stretch her little tiny body out, and she was a little runt. She was just so dinky tiny. Oh, that's cool looking. Look at that. I'm going to use that on one. That's pretty nifty. There, we'll put it right on this one. Will it fit? How much of it will? Oh, yes. That's cool. Huh. I like that. Alrighty doody. Check that one out. That's rather funky. Funky, funky, funky. Alrighty, so we've got all those done. Wow. Alright. And I still have a whole bunch more. I could probably make 4 times the amount more that I have here. Alright, so let me put this down in the bottom box there. And we can look at these. And these are very pretty. I like them. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to pull out some words or verses and put them on there. And I just did up some verses right here. Maybe perhaps we could put some of these on it. All right, some of these are just words. Playful, and I should have smile and beautiful, play, and here's some actual verses. I want to definitely get some of these verses on them. All right, enjoy, always, play. All right, let's do those first. That'll be nice. All righty. And somebody sent these stamps to me, and I love them. Oh, if it was you, thank you so much. I've been really enjoying stamping these out on scraps and playing with them. All right, there's that. And then we've got 2 that say play. And this one says enjoy. So that's the same as those. And then this one says always. All right, there. So let's see which ones will fit on where. All righty, so we've got this one. Uh-oh. And they're coming off. So I'm going to have to check that and make sure. Yep, that is coming off. All right, so I'm going to have to glue these down real good. But that's okay. Reinforcing is always good. Ta-da! And then always. That's funny, my mind immediately went to that song. Always and forever. Oh, now I'm aging myself. Back in the 70s. Now see, isn't that simple, but that's pretty. I like that. All right, let's do this one because we can put a nice long one on there. Yes, no, nope, not quite long enough. This one will. All right. And how simple dimple is this? That is so easy to do. And this was actually a binding strip. You can see the color and the perforation, which I like that, so I'm leaving it on. Whoops, and I didn't pick this one up and check it. No, but it's a good thing I'm checking. Just that little bit of color really does make a difference. That's pretty. All right, pull that, yep. fall time is my favorite season. Oh, I love it. I love the warm days and cool nights, though my body doesn't love it. My body has been rebelling. Winter and summer, I mean winter and springtime, my body really gets mad now because it's cold. That's not quite long enough. Neither is that. This one should work, or this one. I think this one will be better. Yep. So will this one pop right up? No. Okay. Some of them are coming up and some of them are not. These are coming out really nice. And that's funny because I just stamped a whole bunch of these little verses out just yesterday. So that's cool. That one's better, okay. So just a very simple way to make some word embellishments. I know my viewers keep asking me, more word embellishments, please, more word embellishments. So it's nice to know that I can help you out. Oops, ooh, that one came right off. Wowza. There. And because of the simplicity of these, you can pretty much use these on anything. That'll be really nice. I better move some of these up. Okay. And we've got some of these. The word play. So these on the fatter ones like this. That'll work. Is that one coming off? Nope, that one's staying on. All right. That one will work. See, and while I'm making these and I'm looking at the word and I'm thinking, okay, the word play. That would be perfect. I've got a mommy and baby elephant that are standing next to each other. That would be the perfect image to use with the word play. Any baby animals or any baby people. Babies would be perfect for that. I want to know what this one came from. This one right here. Okay. Let's get this one back on there. There. And I also have a couple game pieces that I could use. Oh, that'll fit perfect. So like I've got some jacks and some images of jacks and a board game, and that would be perfect for this too. But my mind is always thinking, what can I use with that? What can I use with that? That'll be neat. And then playful. That's just cute. Playful, pretty much the same thing. There. Alrighty. I really love the text ones. These ones are really cool. All right, let's do 4 more and then I'll take a break. And I'll call it a day. You can also take these, and sometimes I will go ahead and I'll sponge color around them, or sometimes I just leave them as is. Or sometimes I'll lay them on a colored background, like some decorative paper, designer series paper. but usually I just use them as is. Because I like to just throw a word on every once in a while here or there on different things. This one, that'll fit, yep. There, nice. Ta-da! So we've got quite a few put together. That's nice, and I forgot to be checking these ones. I don't think these gray ones are going to come off at all. That one might. Nope, I'm not going to do that one on. Okay, very good. So let me put these on an envelope, and then I'll bring it up closer to you. There, put it on here. That way you can get a closer look at these. Try to do a couple different colors for you. There, that should be good. Aren't they fun? Very simple. And see, in these raggedy ones, I wouldn't put that on just a regular card unless it was like a torn card or something with torn edges. But like in journals, I would use these ones. That would be perfect. Just because they look more rough. Alrighty, so there you go. There's another idea for you. So, and this will help you use up a few different scraps of different kinds. So your white scraps, this is great for using up some of your white scraps. It's great for using up some of your binding strips by stamping all the little words on there. So, and using up the borders around the stickers that you're using. So I hope you like this idea and you'll give it a try. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.